thank you for spending some time with us. I think you know that we have a live interactive chat room, and they've been buzzing about the royal wedding 55 days away.
That makes me feel a little nauseous, actually, that it's only
Why?
55. Well, but, I mean, me nauseous, like it's my royal wedding. But I don't know, just there's so much to do between now and then. And but I like that the excitement's just going to keep building, and that England's going to kind of get on board with a little royal wedding fever, hopefully now.
So let's talk about some updates. The new coin.
Yes, the Royal Mint released the wedding coin this week, or they released it for us to have a look at it. It'll be available on March 16th. Since 1935, the Royal Mint has been making coins to mark significant royal occasions, and in 1935 it was Silver Jubilee. So interesting is the Royal Mint has been an institution since 886, which was during the reign of Alfred the Great, who's thought by many to be the very first king of England. So if you want your coin, I think they're selling for around $16. It's a nice it's a nice keepsake to have.
What about the vows? We've heard that they're opting to say one of the traditional vows.
The vows will be very traditional. William is a future king of England, which means he's a future head of the Church of England. So, and also we're not very modern with making your own vows up in English churches. It's all very traditional. And so what will be really interesting to see, though, is Princess Diana was the first and only royal bride to omit the word obey from her vows, which, considering she was only 20, was quite a courageous thing to do. So I'll be interested to see if she's still trying to be doing everything right and says obey, or if she's like, no, I'm going to be a modern bride. I'm not going to say obey.
Well, she's already showing that she's doing a couple of things, like not taking the carriage to the church to really say, I'd like to put my own personal stamp on the wedding, right?
That's right. And it's really important for her to put her own stamp, because I think, lovely as it's going to be William's princess, she's also cursed with the fact that she's going to be likened to Princess Diana for pretty much the rest of her life. So any way that she can put her own mark on this is going to be very helpful.
Let's talk about the guest list. So we were able to confirm that Elton John and his husband are definitely going to the wedding?
Yes, Elton John is definitely going, and we were so glad to have somebody actually tell us they're going to the wedding, because Clarence House is not commenting on any individual invitations. So until these celebrities and important people confirm it for themselves, it'll be spot the guest on the day in the Abbey.
What about the exes? We've heard that exes from both sides are actually invited.
Well, I think it's quite a nice sign of how good a friendship and how things ended nicely that exes are included. Kate's got one ex-boyfriend going. William's got 3 ex-girlfriends going.
I don't know how I would feel about that if I was Kate. Let's be honest. Well, didn't he actually propose to her in his ex-girlfriend's family's estate in Kenya?
He did. But the thing is, I think each of those ex-girlfriends, they weren't like 3 years intensive relationships. It was kind of a little summer romance, or it wasn't sort of as weighted as having someone that you've lived with and spent 10 years with at your wedding. So, and I think those girls have become friends of Kate's, and they sort of know how the system works, and they're just a tight little group.
It's worth it to go to the party at least, right? But what on earth do you really get them? I mean, even if they ask for donations to charity, it seems like you'd still want to get them something. And a couple who has everything, it's hard to imagine.
It's a tricky thing, isn't it? I mean, Princess Diana and Charles, I think they got in the region of 3,000 to 6,000 gifts. I mean, can you imagine writing the thank you cards, and where do you put all of that stuff? And Diana was sent a beautiful sapphire from the royal family in Saudi Arabia, so that's nice. But I think they also got a few I don't know, I don't want to be politically incorrect, but maybe ornate statues that weren't necessarily in their taste.
Well, either way, they're not going to get the bad toasters or,
right,
you
or
know,
12 coffee makers or,
ice crushers or anything
I was getting them. Damn it.
Now, we've heard that the Middleton family might not be able to actually meet the Queen until the day of the wedding. Does that still sound accurate?
I'm not sure that's accurate. And in fact, gosh, I don't want to be misquoted on this, but I think they've met her already.
Really?
Well, I'm not 100% certain, so please don't quote me on that. I'm cramming my royal knowledge of things that I don't know just yet. So they did go up to Balmoral.
I heard that she actually wasn't there, though.
She wasn't there that weekend.
But I don't. Again, I'm not sure either. Bryce, this is another good thing for you to find for us as we're chatting.
Yes, find it. Has the Queen met the Middleton family? It's quite possible that they haven't met yet. The royal wedding day would be a difficult day to meet for the first time, because the Queen's going to be quite busy. So I'm sure they'll probably have some kind of formal private affair beforehand where everyone just gets to say hello and shake hands and all that stuff.
Any update on the dress?
The dress. It's killing us, isn't it? The dress. But I'm impressed. Kate's keeping this a secret, and I think it's been a secret to this point. She may just pull it off and have it a secret till the big day, because of course it's all anybody's interested in, which means that paparazzi are making it their mission to find out who the designer is. But what's quite impressive to have seen is that we had London Fashion Week, which is when all the fashion hoi polloi still didn't come out. So I think if they manage to keep it a secret during that, we're going to have to just wait and see.
Any indication on what the wedding party might be wearing?
No, again, they've said, Clarence House said that they announced the bridal party, but that they're not going to release any details on what they're wearing until the actual day itself. We've got lots of surprises on April 29th.
We're just hoping for a couple leaks, you know?
I know.
What about the wedding website?
The wedding website is a really nice touch. It's a modern way for people to interact with this couple. It's not going to be the same as some engagement sites where you get to see pictures of the bachelorette party or the wedding list per se, but it definitely shows that the royal family is in touch with what the modern public wants. Clarence House has a Twitter page, and the British monarchy has a YouTube channel, a Facebook page. So it's just another way, especially to get young people to interact and on board with this wedding. You know, they're definitely trying to appeal to a younger market.
Let's see if we have any questions from our chat room. I know that they had a lot to say about the wedding.
Yeah, they just want to get Victoria's opinion on the ring.
Oh, that is a
Diana's
wonderful
ring.
question. We were just talking about that earlier.
Question. Well, in my opinion, I think it goes to show how William highly regards Kate, that he would entrust his mother's ring. I think it carries an enormous burden because, of course, Kate, every time she looks at that, she's reminded of Princess Diana. And it's, for any new bride, it's hard to be in your mother-in-law's shadow, but your mother-in-law that is virtually sainted around the world, that's an even bigger burden to carry. But I think Kate respects the position. Loves her. So while I'm not sure I would want to wear it, I think it just goes to show how much they love each other.
Anything else, Bryce? We don't want to leave out any other great chat room questions.
Yeah, they want to know where Victoria's from.
Where I'm from? Well, I grew up in Windsor, which is famous for the castle, which was built in 1066. And I do want people to know that the castle came long before the airport, because lots of people come to England. England's such an old country and America's so new, and people come and ask why they built the castle so close to the airport. So it actually went the other way around. But I grew up in Windsor, and I moved to America 15 years ago.
So you're here in New York?
I have been here in New York. I'm in England at the moment for up until the wedding. It's been really nice for me to spend some quality time back in England. But
What kind of wedding coverage can we expect to see from you?
well, all things CBS. So we've got a 48 hours wedding primetime special the night of the wedding. That's going to air following the wedding, if you don't have royal fatigue by then, which hopefully you won't. We've got early show coverage. We've got a whole bunch of exciting things organised and coming up, tours of the Royal Mews. We're going to meet some etiquette experts so everyone can... I just learnt this week, ladies that are watching. See, and it's awful, I'm going to tell you this now, but apparently in royal circles it's considered too masculine for us to cross our legs.
Really?
And so, see, and I'm always got my legs. I always
Me
thought
too. I
was
feel
quite ladylike.
on that note, Victoria.
So we have to just sit, and of course it's exhausting.
It really is.
It's good for your glutes.
Okay. That's any other good tips?
That's probably my biggest tip for the day. Good for your glutes.
Good for the
Knees
glutes.
together. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
by and telling
you.
us all things wedding related. This is such an exciting story for all of us, and I'm sure we will be seeing a lot more of you as it gets closer.
Thank you so much. Just hope everyone gets up early and tunes in.
I'm sure we all will.
Yeah.